Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Strat Baseball History. This is Joe, and we're bringing you another game from our 1962 Cards and Dice replay using Strat-O-Matic Basic Modified Cards and Dice. C&D, as we like to call it. In the biz. Whatever that biz is. None of your business, man. Anyway, happy Saturday. This is the third game of the Yankee season. They are 2-0 thus far. They're facing the Detroit Tigers, who are 2-2. On the mound for Detroit, making his second start of the year, Jim Bunning. He is 0-0 with a 3.00 ERA. And he'll be facing Ralph Terry, also making his second start. He's 1-0 with a 1.00 ERA, 5 strikeouts in 9 innings pitched. So that is who we have going today, as I try to bring you all of the Yankees and Mets games. In the 62 season. So as I said, Bunning's on the mound for Detroit. The lineup for New York: Tom Tresh at shortstop. Batting second, Bobby Richardson. Batting third in right field, Roger Maris. Batting cleanup in center field, Mickey Mantle. The catcher, Elston Howard, batting fifth. Bill Moose Skowron, batting sixth and playing first. Clete Boyer, batting seventh and playing third. And Hector Lopez today in left field. And batting eighth, the pitcher, Ralph Terry, will be batting ninth. So, without wasting any time today, shortstop Tom Tresh to lead off against Bunning. That's a 112, ground ball second base plus injury. Bad news right now for Tresh. A 14. Tresh has almost 700 ABs, so he's going to get the minimum injury possible. So we rolled a 4-game injury for him. He can't have more than 3 days out, but still a hit for the Yankees right away. As Tom Tresh pulls up lame in the first at-bat of the game. So he'll miss this game plus 3 more. And we will have to find a sub for him right away. I'm going to go the easy route and go to... Well, Kubek's supposed to be getting the day off, actually, so let's see if we can find somebody beside Kubek. Maybe with Phil Linz. Phil Linz going to get the first spot and take over at shortstop. He's a 3 for Tom Tresh. And I'm writing Tresh because that's how my brain's working today. This could be an interesting game, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, the Yankees have their first out. Linz will come in to play shortstop for Tresh in the bottom of the first. And Richardson comes to the plate against Bunning. That's a 110 line out to short. 2 quick outs for New York. And here's Roger Maris. What a 310. That's a double. Straight up double on Roger's card. So Maris at second with 1 down. And here's the big one, Mickey Mantle. We roll a 1 or a 3, and he's getting on base, folks. We rolled a 2. Give me a 2-6. That's a ground ball to short, and that will end the inning. The dice fell out of my hands, but they fall where they will. And that is a scoreless inning. The Yankees leave a 1 on base. Detroit coming up to bat. The Tigers lineup for you today. Shortstop, Chico Fernandez leading off. In center field and batting second, Bill Bruton. In right field and batting third, Al Kaline. The cleanup man batting fourth and playing left field, Rocky Colavito. Batting fifth, first baseman, Norm Cash. Batting sixth, second baseman, Dick McAuliffe. Batting seventh, third baseman, Steve Burrows. And batting eighth today, backup catcher, because they have an injury to Dick Brown. I think it's Dick Brown. And because the other catcher was rolled solitaire rush chart, we have to put in catcher 5, Bobo Osborne, batting eighth. The pitcher Jim Bunning will be batting ninth. So as I said, Terry 1-0 on the season, and he will face Chico Fernandez to get things started. Big 3, 6 base on balls. So Detroit has the leadoff man on, a B, 1-13. They'll hold him on, and with Howard, that's a -6. So he would be a 1-7 to steal. So Detroit not going to get a lot of stolen bases against Elston Howard behind the plate. Bill Bruton coming up next. That is a 3-7. Here's a base hit. Oh, a base hit. Fernandez 1-15 to go to third. And he scampers over there ahead of the throw. So it's first and third quickly for Detroit with nobody out, and Al Kaline coming to the plate. Kaline, a legendary, excellent hitter. 2-7, and he's going to do his job here. Triple 1-5, single 6-20. That's a triple for Al Kaline, and 3 base hits, or 3 men on base to start the game for the Tigers. A walk, a single, and now a bases-clearing triple for Al Kaline. The Tigers faithful go wild as Kaline drives in both runs with that 3-base hit, and it's 2-0 Detroit. Still nobody out in the first. And Rocky Colavito comes up. What a 2-5. Well, there's a base on balls, and Terry can't seem to get anybody out today. It's first and third for Norm Cash. Cash, a good power hitter. 4-8. Home run 1-3 on the pitcher's card, or a fly out to right. It's going to be a fly ball right field B, so it's going to be a sac fly 9. And Kaline will come home from third with the tag up, giving Detroit a 3-0 lead. Colavito's still at first. No speed threat there. And Dick McAuliffe to the plate with 1 out and 1 man on. What a 6-9 for McAuliffe. That's a triple 1-5 or a single. That's a base hit for McAuliffe. Colavito over to third, and the Tigers are threatening with a runner in scoring position again. First and third, and 1 out with Steve Burrows coming up. Here's the pitch to Burrows. How about a 2-5? Home run 1-9, double 10-20. That's a home run, a 3-run home run for Steve Burrows with 1 out here in the first, and that is going to be the day for Ralph Terry. It's going to be a 6-0 Detroit Tiger lead. And Terry's done before he even got started. So, 1/3 of an inning for Terry. 4 hits, 2 walks, 6 earned runs. That'll take care of that 1.00 ERA in a hurry. Terry goes to the back of the line. And we'll have to find a relief pitcher for the Yankees. What about bringing in the backup here? Yep. I'm going to bring in the 5th starter, actually, Raleigh Sheldon. As because of the Yankees' interesting schedule early on, Sheldon didn't have to get a start in the rotation the first time through. As I said, this is the Yankees' 3rd game and Terry's 2nd start. And he's not even on short rest. He's on 3 days rest, which is normal for him. He pitched 40 starts, or 39 starts in 62. So Raleigh Sheldon will come in. He's a pitcher 5 with a 4 POW in relief. So with a 6-0 deficit, the Yankees will try to get some innings out of Sheldon. The bases are clear of Tigers. There's 1 man down still here in the first, and Bobo Osborne will get his first at-bat of the year, I believe. He'll foul that one off. How about a 5-7? That's a base hit for Osborne. The Tigers can't help but find base hits today. And that's going to bring up Bunning with 1 man down. And Osborne on. Bunning, a serviceable hitter. They'll let him hit. How about a 4-6? Ground ball second base. Richardson's a 1. And a 13 means we're going to finally get out of this inning, as Sheldon induces the 4-6-3 ground ball double play. But the Tigers send 9 men to the plate in the first and score 6 runs as they turn the lineup over. After 1, 6-0 Detroit. Yankees coming up. Howard, Skowron, and Boyer due up for the Yankees against Bunning. Here's Elston Howard to lead it off. 2-6 is a strikeout. So 1 down. Here comes Bill Skowron. 1-7 is a base hit. So 1 out base hit. Skowron's on first. And the reliable and excellent fielding third baseman Clete Boyer comes to the plate. 3-10. That's a double 1-18 single. That's a double for Boyer. Skowron over to third, and it's 2nd and 3rd with 1 out for New York, and Hector Lopez coming up. Lopez a 275 batter in 62. But a 5-12, that's a ground ball second base. They will only have the ability to get one on the chopper, and Skowron's going to come in to score. So they get one back on the RBI ground out. Boyer moves over to third. And that'll bring up Riley Sheldon, who, sadly enough, they're going to have to live with for a while. Riley Sheldon, a #1 batter. Boyer, interestingly, a D stealer, just out of curiosity. He's a 1-3 to steal home. And that might be a better chance. Well, no. Bunning's got some hits on his card, so. And an error could happen. A wild pitch could happen. A lot of things could happen, so. Sheldon's going to get the hit for himself. Boyer on third and 2 down. The pitch, a 4-6. That's a strikeout. Well, the Yankees are done in the second. They get a run and still trail by 5. Heading to the bottom of the second and the top of the Tigers lineup, Fernandez, Brutton, and Kaline. Fernandez walked and scored a run his first time up. This is his first time facing Sheldon. 4-8. Single 1-7 or a line out to short. That's a base hit. So, Fernandez on at first, just like he was last inning, and here's Brutton. 1-8. They pop out to second base. Richardson roams over, takes it. And there's one down. Fernandez still at first, and here's Kaline. As I throw the die really awkwardly. Got a 6-7. 6-7 for Kaline's a double, 1-14, or a single. That's a double for Kaline. So second and third for Detroit again here in the second inning. Only one down. And Colavito comes to the plate. Is it too early for an intentional walk? Yeah, when you have Norm Cash coming up next, it is. How about a 3-2? There's a fly ball left field. Very deep, all the way back. He's running, catches it, but it's going to be deep enough to advance both runners. So Fernandez scores. It's now 7-1 Detroit. Kaline to third on the Colavito deep fly ball. He just missed a homer there, basically, folks. That'll bring up Norm Cash. About a 3-6. Things are not going well for New York today, folks. A 3-6 is a home run off of Cash. So it is 9-1 after the Cash 2-run homer. And Dick McAuliffe will come up with 2 down. That's a 4-7. There's another base hit for McAuliffe. Keeps the inning alive for the Tigers. And apparently they did not like losing this first game. Here's Steve Burrows. Hit the 3-run homer in the first. What a 4-12. This is a ground ball back to the pitcher. A 1-3, and that'll end the second, but not before. The Tigers put up a 3 spot, and now it's 9-1 as we head to the third. Your announcer needs a quick sip of Diet Pepsi. One of the worst things you can drink, and one of the best. So, leading off for the Yankees, the top of the order, it's Phil Linz in for the injured Tom Tresh. His first at bat. The 1-5 grounder to short. 1 down. Here's Bobby Richardson. 5-4 is a catcher's card, X. Osborne's a catcher 5. I don't think I've ever rolled on a catcher 5 before. A 9. Only catcher 5 is an error. It's an E2. It's exactly what you would expect Osborne to do, and Richardson's on at first. A C stealer. And Osborne's a 1+3, so that's a 1-14. They're going to hold him, makes him a 1-12. And with the score out of hand, they need base runners, so they won't be stealing. We're only a 60% chance. 2-5. That's a fly ball to right field. And the second out for New York. That'll bring up Mickey Mantle. Mantle grounded out his first time up. And a 3-7. This time he draws a base on balls. So it's going to be first and second as Richardson moves up. And here's Elston Howard. The catcher for the Yankees struck out his first time up. 6-8 is a fly ball to left field. And that's the final out of the inning. Yankees lead 9-1. And Detroit coming to bat. Bobo Osborne to lead off. He singled his first time up. 4-7. That's the base hit. So Osborne 2 for 2 today. And that's going to bring up Bunning. Bunning will go ahead and hit away with a huge lead. See if he can have some fun today. He's going to strike out for the first out. As Detroit. Comfortable lead today. And Chico Fernandez to bat. 4-4. It's a grounder to third. Boyer's a 1. That's an 8 on the roll. That's going to be an out 3. So that is a 5-4-3. Inning-ending double play. The Yankees get out of this one without allowing any more runs. Detroit leaves nobody on. And the Yanks come up in the top of the fourth with Skowron, Boyer, and Lopez against Bunning. Here's Skowron, a 2-5. Single 1 to 19, line out to short. That's a single for Skowron. And one man on and nobody out for Clete Boyer, who doubled his first time up. 3-7, that's another base hit. A single for Boyer. Skowron, a 1 to 10. He's not going to try for third. They hold him up. So first and second for Hector Lopez. How about a 4-9? There's another base hit. And 3 consecutive base hits here for the Yankees against Bunning. And the bases are loaded, and this time they will go. To the bench for a pinch hitter. So as much as they wanted to stretch Sheldon out, they get 2 2/3 out of him before being in too good a situation to ignore. The bases are loaded, there's nobody out, and they need a good hitter here to try to get them back into this ball game. Let's see who's available. Who's got the best chance of getting on base? It might be Kubek, but he's technically not available till the 7th inning. I'm going to bring in Jack Reed. Reed, a 3.62 on base percentage, 465. Slugging. The bases are loaded. Bunning's ready to deal to Reed. 3-8. Strikes him out. So the pinch hitter's Reed goes down with the bases loaded. And Phil Linz comes to the plate. How about a 3-6? There's a single 1 or a line out to short. That is a line out to short for the second out, and the Yankees are on the verge of squandering a big opportunity here. Bases loaded with nobody out. It's now still the bases loaded with 2 men out and no runs in as Bobby Richardson comes to the plate. Richardson 0 for 2 on the day so far. Bunning with the pitch, a 5-8, and he strikes him out. So 3 straight singles and then 3 straight outs for Bunning. And the Yankees leave 3. And still trail 9-1. Not a good job by New York there. Perhaps we should have gone with Johnny Blanchard. The Yankees will need a new pitcher. Go ahead and bring in Hal Brown. Brown, 6-5, a 4.29 ERA, 12 starts and some relief work in 62. 92 innings, 97 hits, 23 walks, 27 strikeouts, 15 homers in those 92 innings. So that's a high number. And he'll face Brutton, Kaline, and Colavito in the 4th. Here's Brutton, 1 for 2 with a run scored, and that's a 3-10. There's another base hit for Detroit. They've had the leadoff man on every inning so far, folks, and they'll hold him. As K-Line comes to the plate, a double and a triple so far for Al. What a 2-6, and this could be a home run. 1-18 homer, triple 19-20. The 18, he just gets the home run, and that's a 2-run home run for Al K-Line to extend the Tigers' lead to 11-1. And K-Line a single away from the cycle, and we're only in the 4th. I don't know if I've ever had anybody a single away from the cycle before in Strat-O-Matic, to be honest with you. So Rocky Colavito comes up. Nobody on, nobody out here in the 4th inning. Hal Brown to deal. The 4-9, and that's a double. So Colavito on second with nobody out, and the Yankees are just basically pitching batting practice at this point. Here's Norm Cash. 5-7, that's a grounder to second. Richardson's a 1, I roll a 20. To roll again. How about a 6? That's a 3. So that's going to be a 4-3. But Colavito moves up to third base with 1 out. So Dick McAuliffe to the plate with Colavito on third. And here's Hal Brown's pitch. A 5-6, single 1-17, or a line out to short. That's a base hit for McAuliffe and an RBI as Colavito comes in and makes it 12-1. Sometimes you're the windshield and sometimes you're the bug. Today the Yankees experiencing some zen as the bug. So McAuliffe's on first, and here's Burrows. The pitch is a 1-2. Ground ball to third. Over to second to retire McAuliffe, and Burrows reaches on the fielder's choice. So 2 down, Burrows at first. And Osborne, who's 2 for 2, comes to the plate. Bobo ready for the pitch from Brown. A 1-8 is a strikeout, so Bobo Osborne finally retired here in the 4th. But the Tigers pick up 3, and if there was a mercy rule, we would have reached it, folks. It's 12-1 Detroit. Here's Maris to lead off against Bunning. He's 1 for 2 with a double. And a 1-5 means he'll get a leadoff walk. Listen, folks, 11 runs is a lot, but you can never count out just about any Yankees lineup. Here's Mantle with Maris on first. Although Jim Bunning does have something to say about that. That's a fly ball to center field C. So Broughton moves over, makes the catch to retire Mantle, and Maris has to hold at first. Elston Howard, 6-5, that's a strikeout. So Bunning hittable, but not giving up. Multiple base hits in an inning for the most part, and he'll face Skowron now with 2 down. That's a 4-8. Here's another base on balls for New York. Skowron reaches for the 3rd time today. And it's going to be Cleet Boyer with 2 down, 2 men on. They really need a big hit from Cleet here to get something going. Bunning pitches. It's a 3-4. Grounder back to the pitcher over to first. And retired there by Cash. So 2 men left on for New York. And halfway home, it's 12-1 Tigers. Bunning to lead off against Brown. 6-9. Home run 1-9, triple 10-20. There's a 3-base hit for the pitcher Bunning. And if there's anything we have to worry about K-Line's cycle, it may be that he will have too many extra base hits to get that single, folks. So Bunning at third, Chico Fernandez to the plate to face Brown. What a 3-8. There's a pop-up on the infield. The easiest out made all day by the shortstop Lins. And that's 1 away. Here's Brutton. Bunning perched at third. Not taking a big lead. A 5-3 is a ground ball back to the pitcher. Brown's a 5. And a 1. That's up the middle base hit for Bill Brutton. Bunning will score easily. Brutton's got himself an RBI single. And that brings up L. Kaline, who's got a double, triple, and homer in 3 at-bats today. Has driven in 4 and scored all 3 times. Brown ready. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-4. Pops him up on the infield. Finally retires Kaline for the second out here in the 5th inning. So Kaline no longer perfect on the day and can't get that cycle, but he'll get at least one more at bat. And here's Colavito. What a 1-9. Goodbye. 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 A 2-run home run for Rocky Colavito, and the Tigers are really letting the Yankees have it today, folks, as they now lead a lot to 1. What's that, 12, 13, 15-1 as they put up 3 more runs this inning so far. And here's Cash, who homered back in the 2nd to face Brown. Brown, who should be fatigued by now, actually. 6-6. It's a line out to end the inning. Caught at 2nd by Richardson. But the Tigers put up 3 more runs in the 5th. Al Brown not feeling good about life. He's going to stand there to take a beating. He's pitched 2 innings and given up 6 runs. The Tigers must have had some special cereal this morning, as they are on fire. Well, it's Hector Lopez to lead off for the Yanks, followed by Brown, and then at the top of the order, Linz. What a 6-8. A fly ball to left field. Colavito roams over and takes it. Al Brown going to hit for himself. They made up their mind. He's going to get some innings. Even though he's fatigued, this is one of those situations, folks, where unless the Yanks start coming back, I'm going to override my own house rule and let Brown take a beating. Save the rest of that pen. So here's Brown batting 3-7. That's a base hit. Al Brown has a single. He's actually a pretty good hitting pitcher with a 5 card. And that'll bring up Phil Linz, who is 0 for 2 so far today in relief of the injured Tom Tresh. 6-10, a fly ball center field. Button is a 2, and that's a 19. Going to be an out 5. So it would be a sac fly, but there's nobody on third, so just 1 down. Or actually 1 out. As Linz is retired, now there are 2 down, and Brown's still on first. Here's Bobby Richardson with a 4-9. There's a base hit. The pitcher Brown will stop at second, and there's 2 men on for Roger Maris. The pitch from Bunning is a 1-9. Fly ball to center field. Brutton roams over and takes it to end the 6th. The Yanks fail to score, once again leaving 2 men on. And it's still 15-1. As Dick McAuliffe comes to the plate to face Brown here in the 6th. About a 2-10. That's a grounder. Back to the pitcher, over to first. And Skowron retires him for the first out. Here's Burrows, 6-7. Fly ball to right field. Maris is there and takes it for the second out. And here's Osborne. 2 for 3 on the day. How about a 6-12? Fly ball left field. That will end the inning. But it's going to be an injury roll on Brown. An 18 means he's going to miss some time. Yankees just having a bad day all around. Primarily a starter. So, yeah, he's going to... Oh, okay, they want us to do the relief designation based on the pitcher's role in the game. So he's relieving today. He's a 92-inning pitcher, which means even with an 18, he would be out for 20 games, but his maximum injury is 6. So Hal Brown's going to miss 6 games. Jesus. And that's one way to get him out of the game, folks. He finally gets a 1-2-3 inning, but after 6, the Tigers lead the Yankees by too many runs to count. It's actually 15-1, folks. We can count that high. And they're going to bring in Tex Clevenger in relief. He's a pitcher 3 with a, I believe, 2 POW? A 2 POW, yes. So that actually won't happen until after that comes up, so we might have a hitter before that. We'll see. But anyway, Mantle comes in to face Bunning to lead off the 7th. It is a 6-7. A fly ball to right field. K-Line roams over and takes it for the first out of the inning. Mantle 0 for 3 with a walk now, and Howard comes up 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Bunning deals. It's a 3-8. Grounder down to Burrows at third, over to Cash at first for the second out. Bunning's doing his job today. He's letting them hit it, but he's cruising along. Not just 1 run so far in 6 2/3. And here's Skowron, who's 2 for 2 with a walk, reached base all 3 times. How about a 2-10? That's a grounder to short. And Fernandez will throw over to Cash to finally retire Skowron for the 3rd out of the 7th. New York doesn't score any, but for a change they don't leave any. And it's still a lot to 1. And the Tigers coming up looking to add to that. Bunning to lead off the 7th against Clevenger. 2-7 is a strikeout for the first out. That brings up Fernandez. He's 1 for 3 today, 2 runs scored. Walked back in the first, a 6-11. Ground ball to first. Cash takes it, flips, sorry, not Cash. Skowron takes it, flips to Clevenger. And that's the second out, and here's Brutton. 3 for 4, 3 runs scored and an RBI today. What a 5-10. Fly ball to center. Mantle's a 1. The 11 is an out. And that's the final out of the 7th for Detroit. Only the 3rd time today they've put up a 0 in 7 innings. And, means we'll have to wait and see if K-Line's cycle gets realized in the 8th. So here's Bunning to deal to Boyer, Lopez, and Clevenger in the 8th. What a 2-9. That's a strikeout. Boyer goes down. Here's Hector Lopez, 1 for 3 today. A ground ball RBI for the Yankees' only run back in the 2nd inning. 2-2 is a grounder to short. No problem for Fernandez, and tosses to Cash for the 2nd out. Here's Clevenger. He's a 1 batter. Hold on. A 4-8. Clevenger draws a walk. So Clevenger's on base with 2 men down. And up comes Phil Linz. Linz 0 for 3 today, and a fly ball to right field makes him 0 for 4. So no runs, 1 left for the Yankees in the 8th, and Clevenger will come out and face K-Line, Colavito, and Cash. Now K-Line has a double, a triple, a home run, a 3 runs scored, and 4 RBIs. He needs a single for the cycle, and this could be his last at-bat of the game. Against Clevenger. Clevenger ready to pitch. Could care less about K-Line's cycle. And K-Line, 5-6. It's a fly ball to center field. Will be retired by Mantle for the 1st out. So K-Line may have missed his chance for a cycle there. Colavito also with a perfect day, a homer, a double, a walk, a sac fly RBI, 3 runs scored, 3 runs driven in for Rocky on the day. Clevenger pitches to him. It's a 3-7, and there's a base on balls. So Colavito will remain perfect. Productive at bats, 5 out of 5. And that brings up Norm Cash, who's homered. He's 1 for 3 officially. 5-4 is a grounder to third. Boyer is a 1. 10 on the 1 is an error on Boyer, because that's just how the Yankees game's going. Makes it 1st and 2nd with 1 out, and McAuliffe coming up. McAuliffe 3 for 4 on the day. Seems to be going around. A 6-10 grounder to short. Phil Linz is a shortstop 3. A 9 on the 3 is an out 3, so that's going to be a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. McAuliffe ends the 8th for Detroit. No runs scored. It's still 15-1. The Yanks need a 14 spot in the 9th, and they'll have Richardson, Maris, and Mantle to start it off. Here's Bobby Richardson, 1 for 4 on the day. How about a 6-7? Fly ball to right field, no problem for K-Line for the first out. Here's Maris, 1 for 3 on the day with a double and a walk. 2-6 is a grounder to third, Burrows to cash for the second out. And bunting 1 out away from the complete game victory. Mantle, a 6-8. Fly ball to left field, Colavito over, squeezes it for the final out of a lopsided victory for the Detroit Tigers. They beat the New York Yankees here in Detroit 15-1, handing the Yankees their first loss of the young season. The winner, obviously, with the complete game victory today is going to be Jim Bunning. The losing pitcher is going to be Terry, who gave up 6 runs in 1/3 of an inning. And the player of the game is going to be... it's going to be K-Line. Although Colavito makes a close play, but K-Line ultimately 3 for 5, a double, a triple, a home run, 4 RBIs, and 3 runs scored to take player of the game honors today on April 14th, 1962. Hope you're enjoying our 1962 and 1973 replays, respectively. We'll continue rolling these games at a pace of about 1 televised game a day and 2 or 3 games every day that I'm rolling. And always bringing you all the Yankee and Mets games from both seasons. So if there's anything else you'd like to see, any what-if projects or any other interesting things, let me know. At some point we'll probably do our own Strat universe with a bit of a draft season. Not sure what year we'll start in and whether that'll be cards or dice or computer or both. But that's an idea I've got bumping around. I'd also like to do something with the Diamond Gems at some point. So all these things and more await us here on the Strat Baseball History channel, where not everything has to be historic, but where it's always a great day for baseball. My name has been Joe. If you liked, don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out as we start here on YouTube, growing our channel in the last week or so. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, hanging out, and all the support you've given us as we get started, sharing our Strat-O-Matic passion with the world. Once again, folks, my name is Joe. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.